In this auspicious morning, the auditorium is full of galaxy of stars. Namaskar, greetings to all. Out of this galaxy of stars, many are on the dais. Our Honorable Minister of State, Parliamentary Affairs and Culture, Sri Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, he is yet to come. He will join. Professor Kapil Kapoor ji, जो एक इतने बड़े नाम हैं, जिनके बारे में मैं जितने भी कहे तो बहुत छोटा हो जाएगा। दुनिया में ऐसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट नहीं है जो बहुत बड़ा को छोटा करके दिखाते हैं। तो मैं जितना भी कहूं तो ऐसा ही बन जाएगा। आप सबको मालूम है उनके बारे में। श्री मुकुल कांतिकार जी, जो नेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेक्रेटरी भारतीय शिक्षण मंडल, पद्म विभूषण डॉक्टर सोनल मान सिंह जी, ऑनरेबल मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, थोड़ा तो ताली लगाइए प्लीज। प्रोफेसर मला कापड़िया जी, डॉक्टर अनिल सहस्रबुद्धे, प्रोफेसर who is the chairman of All India Council for Technical Education, Professor Geeta Singh ji, Dr. Jagannath Patil ji yet to come, Dr. Mahapatro, Dr. Binay Chandra, Dr. V.K. Tiwari, Director IIT Kharagpur, distinguished guests, friends from the media, and all the colleagues from Rashtam, and especially who is conducting this program, Madam Professor Rita Chopra. I should not forget her name also. I would like to start my speech with a Sanskrit sloka, Vidya prashashyate loka, Vidya shadvatra gaurava. Vidya labhete shadvo vidyan Shadvatra Pujyati. The meaning of this is known to everyone. My dear friends, I am very pleased to be present on the occasion of launching of the second in the annual series of FDP on India's knowledge system. Sources, theories, concepts and practices organized by Rashtam School of Public Leadership, Rishiwood University. It is a historical occasion really, when we are trying to connect our mind, our education and our soul with the Bharatiya Gyan Parampara. Indeed, it is one of the most important initiatives pertaining to the new education policy. Bharat, which is also known as India, is a country that has a long and rich history of diverse traditions and institutions of knowledge. The great legacy of this tradition encompasses the concepts, principles, and theories to guide people in having a meaningful and satisfying life. The great treasure preserved in numerous texts and practices is unique in its scope as it addresses life's goal at physical, social, as well as spiritual level of existence. Known as para and apara, forms of Vidya the entire range of four Purusharthas that you know everyone. Our aspiration has been beautifully expressed in the following verse, that is, Sarve bhavantu shakhinaha, Sarve shantu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkha bhago bhavet. It is well documented that Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishad, Sritis Shastras, epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata, treatises in various philosophical schools and practical disciplines like yoga and Ayurveda were well developed in ancient India. They provided nuanced treatment of various topics. They grow over millennials with the contributions of gurus and acharyas who helped students to evolve through inculcating human values, knowledge and skills. The Gurukuls provided opportunities for all-round development of the students. Bharat was known for its world-class institutions such as Nalanda, Vikramshila, Takshashila, Vallabhi, etc., where quality multidisciplinary teaching and research were common. These great institutions used to practice Vedas with what we read now, that is science, mathematics, Ayurveda, literature, economics, engineering at that time also, astronomy and human values will come later on. These institutions produced great scholars such as Charak, Susruta, Aryabhatta, Barahamihira, Bhaskaracharya, Brahmagupta, Chanakya, Panini, Gargi, among numerous others who made seminal contributions to the growth of knowledge in diverse fields like mathematics, astronomy, medical science, yoga, fine arts, even surgery, civil engineering, etc. Our ancient schools and teachers followed meticulous ways of imparting education and maintained high standards of education. The students received training as apprentices under the supervision of gurus in gurukuls. It is the responsibility of the education institutions of India to explore that rich culture, heritage, and ancient treasure of knowledge to build an equitable and just equity. During the colonial rule, just now we have heard from Professor Kapilji, that beautiful tree of education was systematically uprooted. The British policy of education made very effort to dislodge the Indian knowledge system from the mainstream formal learning. The policy adopted by the British rulers created a mental distance. That is very important. And we have to remove this mental distance and downgraded the indigenous knowledge system. At the same time, they made us dependent on the Western knowledge. It's pity that the control of mind and vision of mind, which was transplanted during the British period, continued for a long time, but very unfortunate. Again I am telling, very unfortunate. Even after getting independence in 1947, the limitations of Indian education system have been acknowledged by the various commissions, but the systemic constraints could not allow to bring change. The last education policy was introduced in 1986, but the changes envisaged could not be fully implemented. The problem of unemployment, development of skills, improvement in the quality of education became important issues. Realizing the gaps of Indian education system and need of achieving the goals of agenda for sustainable development adopted in India in 2015, a new national education policy was conceived and announced. This long-awaited National Education Policy 2020, that is known as NEP 2020, was drafted and launched under the able and dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. It aims at producing engaged, productive and contributing citizen for building an equitable, inclusive and plural society as envisaged by our Constitution. Accordingly, NEP 2020 was prepared and focuses on 5 main issues. This is easy accessibility, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. In this era of knowledge where learning, research and innovation of paramount importance, the NEP 2020 will definitely transform the Indian education system and re-establish the image of this great nation as Vishwaguru. NEP 2020 is broadly divided into 4 parts, that is school education, higher education, other key areas of focus, that is a professional and adult education, lifelong learning, language, art, culture, technology use and integration. And the another part is, this is very important, this is the implementation of the policy. The purpose of all education is Sarva Mukti, liberation for all. In this vision of Sarva Mukti that inspires our work, and we hope this program lays the foundation to generate the cultural leadership that can guide future generation. This requires that learning should be rooted in the Indian ethos, and we must relate to our knowledge system. My dear teachers and the teacher training teachers, let us have a look into different spheres of Indian knowledge system. Where should I start? If we start alphabetically, that is, first the astronomy, we can get this sloka. Trinavi chakram ajarama anarbam yatrema visha bhuvanani tastuha. This is from Rig Veda Samhita. It is about 6000 BC. And at that time, it was told that the elliptical, that means the elliptical path through which all the celestial bodies move is imperishable and unslackened. But what we see in the modern science, what we find, even in the era of Copernicus, that is in the year from, that is 1473 to 1543. At that time it was believed that the planet and other celestial bodies' path is circular. We should be proud for it, and we should tell our students, we should tell our teachers. And after that, after about more than 70 years, Kepler proposed a new theory, and he supported the inferences of our Rig Veda. Yes, my dear friends, let us come to physics. There is a sloka or sutra which signifies, rather I will say, which determined the velocity of light. The velocity of light. Just to imagine. At that time, in that slok, it was described that 2202 yojanas in half animation. If it can be calculated, and it comes to 1,85,016 miles per second. And only in comparison to the world's age, only few years back we have come to know that it is 1,86,000 miles per second. Nobody knows which one is right. But it is very close to the modern science. It should be taught to the teachers, and every student should be proud of it. Now, even if we go to the engineering, the wisdom proves the immense vision. if we come to the engineering, that is a Yantra Navam. There is a Sutra, and that speaks the system for generation of energy through a motion or continuous relation of shaft, wheels or edges is called a yantra, that is today's machine. And Professor Tiwari is there. This is a mechanical engineering is being taught in the different institutions of all over the world, and which was told at that time why Yantranavam Sutra. If we consider about the sheep, there is a Yukti Kalpataru gives the Sutra, and that says no iron should be used in joining the planks in the bottom of the ship. Just you imagine, sir. Just you imagine what the knowledge at that time was. What was that? That presence of iron exposes the ship to the influence of magnetic rocks in the sea and brings it within the magnetic field, causing it to sink. We should teach our students. Let us travel to Vimana Sutram now. The Sutra guides us that if the aircraft enters into the fifth layer of atmosphere, due to the strong eddies, it may be damaged. And what is the solution to protect it? Yes, that is Rodri Darpana Yantram offers the required protection. In our midst, Sri Arjun Ram Meghawal has come. Please give a clap. Let us talk. Sir, should I continue? Let us talk about the chemistry and the role of ancient India in this segment. If we consider about the flame test, there is in Rashanarvam speaks about the color of the flame and described at that time as modern chemistry also certified this. For the gold, it is yellow. For the wrought iron, it is black. For the copper, it is blue. Even in the field of metallurgy, I am telling you only the pinpoint. In each subject, there is a vast knowledge. Even in the field of metallurgy, we had the technology to prepare alloys. Even in the modern science, there is no concept for the transformation of mass and energy. Only a few years back, there was a law. There is a law of conservation of matter. And after that, Einstein came and he told that masses can be converted into energy. But at that time, ancient India looked into the matter. What? That is, by the heat, so many material that mass is lost. If that studies of metal, usually gold does not lose its weight. Silver 2%, copper 5%, iron 10%, and all that is written in this sutras and slokas. Let us travel to the world of mathematics. In the context of ancient India, it should come as no surprise that the first recorded use of the number 0. India has given the world this 0. If world could not get 0, consider about the scientific approaches, consider about the physics, consider about the chemistry, consider about the whole things. There is a mathematics on the Indian subcontinent has a rich history giving back over 3,000 years. Again, come to the Bodhayana Sutram, was known in India more than few thousand years back before the Pythagoras theorem. That is the AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. The invention of trigonometry is an important gift of Bharat to the world of mathematics. If we go to the Surya Siddhanta, then the concept of measurement of angle was started far before the modern mathematics. What was that said? Bikalanam kalashashtaya tat shashtaya bhago uchayate tat tringshata bhavidrashi bhagano dadashevate. At that time, it was measured. Can you make a research how Aryabhatta gave the sutra or sloka for the measurement of pi? जी मैं तो हैरान हो गया जब मैं इस आमंत्रण के बाद में पाई हमने दिया, ये मेरा जानकारी था। मैं जब ये सूत्र पढ़े तो मैं तो हैरान हो गया कैसे ये पता हुआ। वो था चतुरधिकम शतम अष्टगुणम दाषष्टिस तथा सहस्रानम अयुतदयो विष्कंभो सायान्नो वृत्तो परिणाहो. That means please add 4 with 100, then multiply it by 8, that is equal to 832, then add 62,000, then it will be 62,832. And that can be divided by 20,000 considering as a diameter of a circle. And that will determine the pi. So just to think, I would like to speak. Please, ये concept आज से हटा दीजिए. हमारे मुनि ऋषियों बैठ गया और आंखें बंद के समाधिस्थ हो गए और उनके पास ये डेटा को उन्हें बता दिया. नो सर, इट मे नॉट बी हैपेंड. हमारे ऋषियों ने साइंटिस्ट था, उन्होंने एक्सपेरिमेंट किया, उन्होंने ऑब्जर्वेशन किया और वो ऑब्जर्वेशन के निर्णय ये इन्फरेंस है और ये इन्फरेंस वो सूत्र से लिपिबद्ध किया. इसको रिसर्च करना है, ये हमारे राष्ट्र के सारे लोगों के काम है. यू हैव टू फाइंड इट आउट. इसके बाद और एक कहानी बताए तो आप और आश्चर्य हो जाएंगे. हमने इसको वैल्यू जानते हैं 3.14. हाउ मेनी डेसिमल आई नो, वी नो, you know? That was written in our ancient India up to 31 decimals. Up to 31 decimals, sir. And it is written in the form of a sutra, sloka or mantra, what you can tell in the name of Bhagavan Mahadeva, Bhagavan Krishna. This is maintained and that has been clarified up to 31 decimal. Can you research on this interference? What was the experiment observation just now I have told. Even the astronomer Brahmagupta introduced rules for solving quadratic equations and for computing square roots. Brahmagupta also demonstrated rules for working with negative numbers. He referred to positive numbers as fortunes and negative numbers as dates. He wrote down rules and have been interpreted by translators as fortune subtracted from 0 is a date and a date subtracted from 0 is a fortune. Kautilya wrote Arthashastra, which is still quoted in modern era. It is a marvelous work and dealt with statecraft, economic policy and military strategy. Yes, sir. Long before the birth of Hippocrates, Charaka authored a foundational text, Charaka Sanghita, on the ancient science of Ayurveda, referred to as the father of Indian medicine. Charaka was first physician to present the concept of digestion, metabolism, and immunity in his book. Immunity, mind it. Charaka's ancient manual on preventive medicine remained a standard work on the subject for 2 millennia and was translated into many foreign languages, including Arabic and Latin. Written by Sushruta on 6th century BC. Nobody knows whether it is 6th century BC or anything else. Sushruta Samhita is considered to be one of the most comprehensive textbooks on ancient surgery. The text mentions various illnesses, plants, preparations and cures, among with complex techniques of plastic surgery, and it is well accepted that Sushruta Samhita's most well-known contribution to plastic surgery is the reconstruction of nose. Even nowadays it is very difficult for the rhinoplasty. Very few centers in the world does it with very efficient manner. Yes, the first cataract surgery is said to have been performed by ancient Indian physician Sushruta. Way back in 6th century BC, nobody knows whether it is 6th century BC or something else. To remove the cataract from the eyes, he used a, carved needle, Jabamukhi Shalaka, to loosen the lens and push the cataract out of the field of vision. The eyes would then be bandaged for a few days till it healed completely. Sushruta's surgical works were later translated to the Arabic language and others, so many it is known to everyone. Examination of pulse, it is again, there is examination of pulse. Nari dekhne ka vyavastha was known to the Indian few thousand years ago. Written in Nandi Darpana in ancient times, before the Western concept. When Western concept came, sir? There is a John Floyer, he gave a concept. From John Floyer from Britain in 1707, they give a concept for examination of pulse. And ultimately that has been accepted after so many decades after. Indian also invented yoga, the art of unifying the mind and body. Today it is practiced for its health benefit. Just now, Professor Kapil Kapoor has told us. In terms of architecture, ancient Indians proved their mettle. Big temples of India, the number of which runs into thousands, stands as monumental proof for the engineering skills of Indian. Each temple will cost millions of dollars if it is built today, sir. Mamallapuram and other Pallava cave temples are well-known milestones in Indian architecture. Indus Valley cities, if we discuss on the Indus Valley cities such as Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lohal, Dholavira, Kalibangam. Is there any time problem? Any time problem? Another 3 minutes. Need to new interpretations. The well-led cities with uniform brick structures, great bath and hygienic drainage system gain storage ponds and wells are already well known to the world. Albert Einstein was quoted, "We owe a lot to the Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discoveries could have been made." I am extremely happy that such an initiative is being taken up by the Rashtam School of Public Leadership, Rishihood University. The present FDP on India's knowledge system, sources, theories, concepts and practices in the annual series, where experts in different fields are going to share their knowledge with the faculty. I find that all the major domains of Indian knowledge system are being dealt with. It is going to expand the horizon of understanding and helping to position ourselves in a better way in the context of Indian culture. Lastly, I should tell, I have described many aspects of the science. Now let us say you will be astonished at that time, what should be the role or what should be the criteria of appointment as a minister? That was also written. I am trying to tell. Jano pado vijata shavagraha krita shilpash chakushman praggo Dharayishnurta Daksho Bhagami Pragalbha Pratipatti Mano Utshaho Prabhavo Yukta Klesha Shaha Shuchire Maitraha Drida Bhaktiha Shilo Bala Rogo Shatta Yukta Stambha Chapallo Barijita Shapriyo Bairanam Kirtam At Shampat. What is the meaning of that, sir? वो देश का मूल निवासी हो, देश का मूल निवासी होना चाहिए, उसका डीएनए अच्छा होना चाहिए, परंपरा अच्छा होना चाहिए, उसका परंपरा में देशभक्ति होना चाहिए, परंपरा में संस्कृति होना चाहिए, नियंत्रण में आसान, कला में प्रशिक्षित, एक सेंटेंस में उससे अलग नहीं कहते हैं, हर वर्ड इसमें है, विज्ञान की दृष्टि रखने वाला, बुद्धिमान, दृढ़, निपुण, वाक्पटु, साहसी, बुद्धि चातुर्य वाला, ऊर्जा और शक्ति से संपन्न, सक्षम, मुसीबतों के सहन करने वाला, ईमानदार, मैत्रीपूर्ण, दृढ़, समर्पित, चरित्रवान, शक्ति, शास्त्र और उत्साह से संपन्न, कठोरता, मान लीजिए कठोरता और चंचलता से रहित, नॉट शुड बी वेरी स्टिफ, चंचलता भी नहीं होना चाहिए, मिलनसार और शत्रुता पैदा न करने देने वाला, ये एक मंत्री की उत्कृष्टता है। ये उस समय भी कहा गया, दुनिया में अभी कोई सोशल साइंस नहीं है, कोई भी नहीं है, कहां भी इससे ज्यादा कुछ बोल सकता है, इस तरह से भी बोल नहीं सकते हैं। इन द एंड आई कोट Albert Einstein. What he told? The science without religion is lame. And religion without science is blind. Religion means not the way of worship. This religion means the way of life. Lastly, जो मैंने एक बार कहा, वही हम सारे जितने आप टीचर ट्रेनर्स हैं उनको मैं कहता है, आज के ये इनॉग्रेशन सेशन का एक मैसेज आप ले जाए और सारे टीचर्स को देंगे। जो हम जब इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम के बारे में कहते हैं, बहुत दुख लगता है, हमारे स्टूडेंट्स, हमारे कुछ टीचर्स भी समझते हैं क्या हमारे ऋषि मुनि ने जो समाधिस्थ होकर जो ज्ञान प्राप्त हुआ उसके बारे में उसको पता होता है। नो, दिस इज नॉट। There was an experiment, there was observation, and after that the inference they have got, and that inference has been written in Sutras. This message is to be given to the all scientific trainers, trainees, everyone. I am sure this initiative is going to be a landmark in strengthening the perspective of the participating faculty. It must be made a regular component of preparing faculty for the higher education sector. I have great pleasure in addressing this FDP. I congratulate Rashtam School of Public Leadership supporting organizations who have thought about it. Bharat Mata ki Jai.